is this Oracle kind of thing. Okay. So yeah. So Oracle, what we require is we require fx here. What is our fx? Our fx is
x1 XOR x2.
okay. So how we can derive this, assuming that this first qubit is x1 and second is x2, how we can derive that? Okay, just a second. Let me keep this is it like this. Just a second. So what we did is, this is our x1, this is our x2, and this is our helping qubit y. So on this y we apply first NOT gate, and then we apply Hadamard. Hadamard. Okay. Now what we require here is, are you able to see this thing? This is Hadamard. So
Yes, sir.
Our f is this, x1 XOR x2. So if I want to do XOR of this first two qubits, basically x1 and x2, so how I can do that? Can anyone tell? So if you remember, there is a gate called C0. If we apply x1, x2, then what we get? This is comma here. See what does this C0 does? This x1 is the first qubit, control one, and x2 is target. So this x1 will remain same, and this x2 will become x1 XOR x2. Okay. So I want to derive circuit here, and somehow I want to have this f. So how I can implement f? Can anyone tell? This initialization we have done, and somehow we require fx here on this wire. That will be also with XOR. So firstly, I want to I'll ask you why, guys, how I can get x1 XOR x2. I have given hint that C0 gate does this kind of thing.
So we have to apply C0 gate.
From where to where?
Both x1 and x2 will be joining.
Okay, so like this.
I could not see your screen, sir. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So from x2 to x1 or x1 to x2, which way you want? So this is
x1
control
XOR with
qubit.
x2.
So if you do this thing, then here it will be x1 XOR x2. And here it will remain x2. If you apply Hadamard gate in this fashion, control is this and target is this. Okay. If you do in other way,
Okay.
so if you do in, let's suppose this way, just a second. Okay. So if I do it in other way direction, then here I will get x1 XOR x2, and here I will get x1. Okay. But what I require in the algorithm part, if you see here, you have got that f value, but I require that to be fx to be XOR with this y qubit. Now, here if you see the circuit, you are having this x1 XOR x2 on this x2 wire, x2 qubit. Are you getting this thing?
Yes, sir.
So what I am telling is that if you apply this x1 XOR
on this y line,
so I need to bring this x1 XOR x2 to this
y line.
y. Okay. Yes. So how I can do it? Okay. Yeah.
If y is 1 and then you can add the 2, the result will be
Just a second. Give me that thing. Okay, let me make it new one. Okay. So till now, what we are having is this. This was our x1. This was our x2. This was our y. And here we apply Hadamard. Here first we make it 1 by applying NOT gate, then Hadamard. Okay. Now we are here, and as some of you suggested that we will apply Hadamard from C0 from x1 to x2. So here it will be again x1. What we will be having here? x1, XOR x2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But my requirement is that this is y, so I require that thing here. What I require here is y XOR fx, and that is basically y XOR with x1 XOR x2. Are you clear with me?
Yes, sir. So if we apply the C gate again,
C0.
C not gate, sorry.
From where to where?
From x2 to y.
Perfect. What's your name?
Archana, sir.
Archana, you are perfectly correct. So as Archana suggested, if we apply Hadamard gate from here to here, okay, then this thing x1 XOR x2 will be XOR with y, and that is basically our fx. So now what we are having here is fx. Y XOR fx we are having on this third qubit. But in between we make this x2, so it was x2 originally, but it became x1 XOR x2.
Yes, sir.
And in our algorithm, we say that this input should remain same. What was the diagram there? If you see, this inputs x1, x2 will remain same.
And y will become f of x.
Y will become y XOR fx. Was this the circuit? This was our oracle, UF, you are calling it. Is it okay?
Yes.
So,
Yes, sir.
So in the third qubit, perfectly fine. Y XOR with fx is done, but second qubit is disturbed. So how we can reset it to x2?
Sir, can we apply the C not gate from x1 to y directly and then x2 to y?
Perfectly, you can do that also.
Instead of taking from x1 to x2,
Yeah.
since we want x2 to remain x2, can that be done?
Yes, that can be done. So your implementation will look like this. So here this is same. So what you are doing is doing it to from x1
to y directly.
Then again x2 to y.
Yes, sir.
Perfectly. So what we will have here? Here we will have f y XOR with x1 XOR with x2, and that will do our thing. So in that case, it is not changed. Perfectly fine. That we will also try. But time being, let's suppose someone go with this approach. Then I want to make it x2.
Change it back.
Yeah. So I have told you earlier that this C0 is basically self-inverse. If I apply again a C0 here from that same direction, x1 to x2, then what will happen? This
x2 will come.
So it will be x1 XOR
again x1 XOR.
XOR x2. So that will be x2. Yes, sir. That will also work.
Perfect.
That will also work. Yes, sir.
So if you see the implementation as Archana and others suggested, that what we should do is first we should take the Archana's approach, where she told that I am going to apply this C0 from x1, basically this Q0 is our x1, to this y. So see here, what you wanted to do, Archana? What you should be having here?
From Q0 to, y, x1 to y. I think x1 is Q0. Yes, sir.
So you have to apply this Cx from Q0 to Q2. And again, then what else will you require?
From
Again,
Q1 to Q2.
Q1 to Q2.
So I am typing the same thing which you are telling.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if you see the, yeah. So now you are having this fx here. Then what is the thing which, yeah. So what are the other part of the algorithm? Now you have x is remains same. Now you are having fx here, y
Yes,
x
sir.
or x here. Then what you have to do is you have to apply again Hadamard on the
Hadamard. And
qubits.
then check the result.
Perfect. So let's put the Hadamard here. Put the Hadamard here. Okay. Now,
Yes.
as I selected this IBM simulator, okay. So let's run it. But before running, what I told you in the previous session, if the function is constant, if function is balanced, then what will happen? You will not have zero states at all. Zero will missing there. Zero will be having zero probability there. If function is constant.
Okay.
Constant, constant, then 0, 0, 0 will be there. And if balanced, no 0, 0. Okay. So if you get a measurement non-zero state, if you get non-zero state, then function is balanced.
Then function is balanced. And if you get measurement as 0, then the function is constant.
Constant. Perfectly fine. So let's run it. Huh? How many times we are going to run it? Run setting, if you see, 1000 times on a simulator. Perfect. We run it. Oh, no. Before running, we have to measure those qubits. So see here, there was some error. Circuit needs to at least one measure. So we have to measure. So measurement we have forgot. So okay,
Now we have to add measurement there. Yes, sir.
it is done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can measure the third qubit also, although only the first qubit Q0 and Q1 we have to see. Let's run it. So it is going to be run 1000 times, 1024 times. So
Yes.
if you go to the jobs, it's running. And you also see here that my previous job, which I run on actual devices in previous session, are completed. Okay, see here. So since this x1, x4, x2 is a balance function, so what we should get? We should get
We should get non-zero.
non-zero
Result.
states. Okay. So this is our this thing circuit. Where is the answer? Just a second. So the circuit is created, it is run, status is there, but we are not getting the result. So where is the result? We need to look for. So see here. No. So any one of you able to find this run option, the result option? Actually, just a second. Go with this composer and let's go with that. Just a second. Yeah. So if you see in this thing, that was our this thing. So anyone else tried the same thing? Can anyone try? Just a second. Okay, let's wait a second. So just a second. So meanwhile, I request some of you to run that same circuit which we have designed here just now. So this was the circuit. Okay. Completed is there. Okay. So ideally that result should come here when you click on that thing. .png. Let's see what. So this was the circuit QSM and composer. Yeah, see, I think this is the result which we are getting. So is this the result which we were expecting? It should be 0, 1, 1. Because if it was constant, then we might be getting 0, 0, 0 with maximum amplitude.
We have a non-zero result, then it means.
Yes. So the result is showing here only, but I think it should show there. Okay. So, yeah. Let's go back to that previous job which we have run. Here.
So I have a small doubt.
Yeah, please.
You said 3 measurement. You got three things.
Yes.
But the output gives for only 1.
No.
One measurement. But what about other 2?
No. Just a second. Yeah, please mute. Some of your mic is unmuted. Yeah, see here. So what we are getting is we are getting non-zero state with maximum probability. So it is means what it means is what we are getting is 0, 1, 1 state. What it means is Q0 is 1, Q1 is 1, and Q2 is 0. What this result means is we are getting 0, 1, 1. So basically this LSB least significant bit is Q0. So Q0 and Q1 are 1, 1, and our Q2 is 0. So what we are saying here is that we are getting only one state that is also non-zero. If we are getting 0 state, then it must be a constant function. So if we derive the circuit for a constant function, let's do it. Then we will be able to see that thing. So let's make a new circuit. And if in that, if the function is constant, then what should we get? We should get all 000 state. So did I answer your question, or can I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if I go for a new circuit, okay. So 3 things are there. So what you have to do is this first 3 things are there already. Okay. Now I need some more qubits to implement the function. Okay. So just a second. This was the standard part for 3 qubits, which I have done till now. So now let's suppose, what is your f? Let's suppose if we are having an f that is like this.
X1 not.
Yeah. So let's suppose if our f, just a second, if our f is like this, x1 and x2 and x1 bar.
X1 not.
Okay, so as we can see that this function is constant, but how we can do this with Diaz-Sosa, we will see. So our target is this. Somehow we have to do at that y qubit. Those data qubits are there, x1, x2 are there, 2 qubits will be there. Here this y, what we require here on Oracle implementation, we require fx. Sorry, we require y XOR fx here, and where fx is this. Is this idea clear?
Yes, sir.
In the algorithm part also, I have explained earlier that nothing changes, only this fx changes. Other part component is fixed. So somehow you have to implement fx in such a way that at this point, at this, you get y XOR fx. Okay. So how we can do it? Can someone help me in doing that? So x1 and x2 I want to do. So let's
First, we
suppose,
will do fx.
oh, just a second, just a second. I made some mistake. Just a second. So what I'm trying to do here is, let's suppose I apply this f here. Just a second. So let's go to the code and okay, f3. This I want to make to. So what I did is I take this x1. So this first is x1, second is x2. So I bring this x1 here.
So
Okay.
it will be not of x1.
Okay, and let's suppose I did it with not with this cx. If I do it with cxx, then what will be the syntax? Q0. What is the cxx? Can anyone tell?
Q3.
Cxx or ccx?
Q0, Q1.
CCX is basically control not gate, that is called Toffoli. So what I'm doing here is I am applying it from qubit this 0, qubit 0, qubit 1 or control 1, and my target is this Q3. And since this Q3 is 0, so what I will get here? What I will get here? Can anyone tell? Let me write for you.
If x1 is 1.
No, just look at this way. What I did is this is control, this is control. That is basically x1,
X1, X2.
X2.
Y and
call it Q3, Q4.
yes.
These are temporary qubits I'm using for my experimentation.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if I apply this control node and put here, so it is initialized is 0. So what I will get here, 0 XOR with x1, x2. Is it clear or not? Only same thing, no? Whenever this x1 and x2 are 1, then it will be complemented. So Toffoli expression is like this. So here we will having AND of x1 and x2.
Okay.
So if we are XORing with 0, so basically it is x1 and x2 here. Not 1, whatever the value of x1, x2 is there, it will be here. So it is basically x1 and x2 we have bring in here.
Okay.
Now function is what? So this component we have collected. Now we have to AND it with x1 bar. Okay. So I need to get x1 bar. So how I can get x1 bar?
Not get.
Not get.
So if I apply not get on this x1, so here what I'm getting is x1 bar.
X1 bar.
Yes, sir.
And if I apply a CNOT gate from
X1 bar
to Q4.
Q4. Perfect. So what I get here? So here I am having, since it was 0, I am having here x1 bar. So now I am having this two component here. x1, x2 is here and x1 bar is here. If somehow I AND them and XOR with this biqubit, then we are done. See here.
Yes, sir.
After that, we are having this. We apply NOT gate on this, and now we are having here this x1 bar. Now we are having this x1, x2 here. So this is our y. So we require y XOR fx. And what is our fx? This one. So if we apply what kind of gate from this Q3 to Q4, Q3, Q4 and Y. How I can connect them such that I get Y XOR of X1, X2 and X1 bar.
So we
What kind
can
of
add,
gate? Yeah.
if we
Control
want
gate.
ANDing of 3Q4. Control gate we can use.
From
To
where
say
to where?
Q5. So another bit if we take Q5.
Okay. Okay. Let's suppose we take Q5. Then what you are doing? Here you Q5 you are keeping as 0.
Yes, sir.
And then what you are
Q3,
doing?
Q4.
Q3,
Q3,
Q4.
Q4.
Q3
control.
XOR with Q4.
Okay. So you will have Q3 XOR, not XOR.
Not XOR, control we'll need.
Yeah, control. So these two are control.
And then Q5 will have X1 and
FX.
X2 and X1 bar.
FX. So
It will have
this
FX.
is FX here. Now if you apply C0 here from this, so it is having your FX now.
Y to FX, Y to Q5.
So then just you make it control and make it target. So let me clear it once. Just a second. Some
to the top.
Clear laser.
Add a CMOS gate to your circuit.
What I told here is, so we can do this thing.
From the palette to quantum operation to the right of this operation acting in 2 qubits.
So in this Q5, what you are saving? Q5, you are having the desired effects. That is X1, X2 and X1 bar. So what you are going to do is, you are making it as a control qubit and Y as a target. So C0
Yes,
if you apply here, then you will have Y XOR with FX. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So we are done. Good. But in between, what we have done is we have done some. We have modified this extra qubits.
Automatically as you add an operation.
Suggested that you should have an extra Q5.
About visualization.
So can we not do directly from here?
No.
Instead of having an extra Q5, this was Q3, this was Q4. Okay. And here I was having X1, X2, and here I was having X bar. Okay. This is control, and this is Y, suppose. And I apply this. This is control, Okay. So what we will have here? Y XOR with end of this two. Toffoli gate, basically. Rather than having an extra Q5, I can simply apply a control NOT gate from Q3, Q4 to Y. So what we will get? Y XOR with this Q3 and this Q4.
That will reduce the.
That way we can reduce one extra qubit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So at the end, we are having this Y XOR FX here, but in between we have modified this other qubits. So what we have to do is we have to reverse that effect. We have to make them in their original state. So let's see what we have done till now. We can implement in the circuit first. So at this point, okay. So now you suggested that there should be a CCX from where to where?
So
Q0 to Q3.
Q3 and Q4 will be control. And what will be our target?
Yes, sir.
Target is our Y. That is
Y.
Q2.
Q2 is our target.
So using this CCX, we are having this thing. Okay. Q3 was giving us X1, X2. Q4 was giving us X1 bar. Now we apply this Toffoli gate from here to here. So here we are having this Y XOR FX that we have just now seen. Okay. This gate we have applied now. Control not here.
Yes, sir. We have reduced that Q file line. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now we are here, and in between what? So we are done with our Oracle part. If you see, so Oracle part, if you are, we have this y XOR fx here, but in between we change the input x1. We made that note, and other keyword also we changed. So we have to restore them. So see here, this we changed, no? So how we can restore this x1 bar to x1? Can anyone tell?
Another not gate
On which qubit?
on Q0.
Perfect. Done. So now it is become x1. It is
This
already
is
x2.
X2.
Not changed. It is perfectly fine. Y XOR fx.
Yes, sir.
But this q3 and q4 are changed.
Yes, sir.
So how we can revert them? As I already told in the earlier session that this control not and this control not are self-inverse. So if you apply them 2 times, then their effect is nullified. So what we can do is simply apply this gate again and simply apply this gate again. That will nullify the effect. So what I am doing here is, if I apply a NOT gate from where to where? See here. From here to, so it is not behaving as it should. So that you can type here also in the programming interface QSM. So what I wanted is, I wanted to apply this C0 from Q0 to Q4. So the same gate. So it will restore this Q4. Is it perfect?
Yes, sir.
Now I have to restore this Q3 also. So for Q3, what I have to do is, again I have to apply this gate.
Again, a control gate.
From where to where?
From Q2 to Q4.
No. From Q0, Q1 to Q3. Is it clear? The same gate which was being applied by Q0 and Q1 were control and target was Q3. So same thing we have done. So or simply you can copy the code. Huh? So now we are done with the algorithm part. So this data qubits were there. They were in their original state. On that Y we are having this XO and other extra qubits which we used are restored to their normal thing. Then what is the next part? So Oracle is done. Next is apply the Hadamard on the data qubits. So data qubits is our this first 2 qubits. So Hadamard on that first 2 qubits. So Hadamard here, Hadamard here. Then next is final measurement. Okay. So if this function is constant, then what should be the answer? This 2 bit should be 0. This data qubits x1 and x2 should be 0 if function is constant. So let's run it and then we will see. So we have to focus on which qubits? Only the data qubits. Those are the first 2. So let's run it. So in the jobs also we can see. So it is validating. It is running. So once it is run, so where we should get our answers? You should click here or you'll be getting the answer here. Just a second. So if you see here, what we are getting is, we are getting a state that is initialized with 0, 0. See here. So the last qubit is, so see here, if you see this 3 qubits, Q2 will be in one state because it was initialized with 1. So 0 was made 1. So it is in one state. And this Q3 and Q4 should be in 0, 0. As we took originally, they were in 0, 0. So what this 3 qubit should be? Q2 should be 1, Q3 should be 0, and Q4 should be 0. And our answer will be in this first 2 qubits. So if this first 2 qubits are 0, then the function is constant. So see here, what we are getting is we are getting this first 2 qubits. Those
So
are
it's not
basically
very
LSB.
clearly visible.
Okay, just a second. So you just see here. Okay, so probability kind of thing. If you see here, yeah, see there's the diagram, probability diagram. If you see, just a second. Yeah. So see here, this first 2 qubits are our data qubits. We have to focus on those 2 qubits only. Okay. And what is the value of those? That is basically 0, 0. There is no other choice of first 2 qubits other than 0, 0. So whenever these 2 qubits, first 2 qubit data qubits are 0, 0, it means function is constant.
Constant.
In other case, when this was x1, xor, x2, that was a balanced function. That time this 0, 0 combination was not there. That time, if you remember, it was 1, 1. First 2 qubits were 1, 1. So no 0, 0 state was there. Remember? So if this first 2 qubits are
Yes, sir.
0, 0, it means the function is constant. Just simply this is the interpretation. So this is the implementation of Dawes-Josa algorithm. Here we have seen with a simple function example, but we can the same thing can be applied for complex function also with more number of variables. So in that case, here we use 2 auxiliary qubits, this Q3 and Q4, in order to implement our Oracle function. You may require more qubits also, but always your target should be to use minimum number of qubits and minimum number of gates. It should be efficient circuit. Okay. And
Yes.
second is, yeah. And so you understand this thing that this Oracle, basically the function fx is implemented one time. Here, no? So what we did here is we implemented this function only one time and able to tell that this function is constant or balanced, seeing this output of this data qubits. While classically if we do, then we have to try all possible choices or at least half of the space we have to try, then we will be able to tell. So is it clear? And this is the Dawes algorithm. And in case of Dawes algorithm, what is the thing? It is a single qubit function. Single bit function is Dawes problem, and that is covered by Dawes algorithm. So if we are having 2 or more number of data qubits or the Boolean function having 2 or more variables, then it is called Dawes-Josa. If the function is having only one input bit, then it is called Dawes algorithm. The same thing is applicable for that also. Now we'll quickly go through that Grover's kind of thing. So before going to Grover's, I want to explain you one more tool, because if you see here, what is happening that you have to every time you have to go to this IBM website and then only able to you have to draw the circuit and run this circuit. So there is this quantum kit QKit. Just a second.
Sir, QI, SKI.
Just a second, wait. Yeah, so see, this is the site. Its URL is this sites.google.com. Okay. So there is a very nice tool that is called Quantum Kit. And if you download, you can download it simply from here. Okay. So it is available for Mac, Ubuntu, Windows also. And there are some example also given. So you can download it and you can experiment with it. So it is portable. Like you just download simply its exe and you can run it. So what I like to do here is
From Google side, from Google side, right?
yeah, just the URL which I explained here. Just see this URL. Maybe I can, yeah. Just a second. I think I will share this URL on that Microsoft Team. Okay. So you just see the link sites.google.com. View and Quantum Kit. Here also, like you can search it in this fashion. QKit Google. If you search this in this Google browser, Google search bar, then you will be having this first link. Okay. So I have downloaded it. You can also download. So once you download that thing, and then you will be having this kind of thing. Just a second. This kind of exe will be there. So just simply this portable exe is there, and you need not internet connection for that. Okay. So this is there, and there are various options available. You can go through it. So what I did is I have developed this program for Grovers, or here for you guys. Okay. So see here, the similar thing is there. It is offline basically, and just portable. You don't have to install even. Just exe run it simply. Okay. So what is happening here is okay. So this tool is there, and okay. Just before going to that,
Where to write the program? This is the actual result of the program you're showing, right?
no. I'm giving you an option to alternative to that IBM Composer.
Okay. Alternative to
IBM Composer. What is the restriction? If anybody is observed this thing, that this IBM Composer is online. Okay. Whatever you have to
online,
do,
offline also.
online, you need to be online, and whatever you are doing it, it will be property of IBM. Means IBM has access to that. Let's suppose you are doing some research project or something secret, then you do not want to run it on IBM kind of thing. You want to do it or develop it at your secure machine and run in your environment.
Okay.
So if you have this kind of tools with you, like this QKit, then what you can do is it is also having this this graphical GUI. So you can add the qubits, you can add these gates. Okay, you can save, you can add the number of qubits. So all options are there. Simple tool is there. So I have implemented this Grovers for you. So how it works? First, we will go to the Grovers again. Recap that. Okay. So if we go through that Grovers thing.
So if you can quickly navigate this tool, sir, how to go through it, because in YouTube it is available, then it's fine, sir.
YouTube is available, yeah, available. It's there. So my primary goal is to how to program that Oracle and the other function is the key thing. So I need to focus on that thing. So if you see the diagram here, okay, is it visible now or not?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. So see here, there are these three blocks are there: initialization phase, compute, and this measure. So this initialization, so only the thing where this FX or this Oracle come into picture, there this circuit will change. Other component will remain same for all Grover implementation. So if you see here, this compute also, this is Grover operator, which consists of these two things, and also these two things. Only this Oracle is having this FX implementation here. So only this thing will change. Other component will remain same. Okay. And for that, gates and this qubit measurement, all gates are available. This measurement and Hadamarts and all are available. Simply just need to focus here. Oracle. Okay. And what you want here is whenever the desired thing is coming, it should change the sign of desired state. Okay. And at the end, what this Grover does is it increases the amplitude of desired state. As we have seen in the example, who was there with me that time in the example? there with me?
Sir, I was there.
What's your name?
Archana Kai, sir.
Yeah, Archana. Sorry, I forgot your name. So you
That's
was
okay.
you was with me. So be
Yes.
with me this time also. And
Yes, sir,
now
sure.
the example which
Sure,
we have
sir.
explained in the previous session, that initially 000 was there, so it was only one state, that is 000 was there. Then we did superposition, so all were there. Then we apply Grover operator 2 times, and at the end we get the desired state with maximum probability, that is 94%, and other states were with less
Yes,
probability.
sir.
Perfect. So the same thing I want to demonstrate you using this QKit. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. So what we did is, as the this is a standard part. So 3 qubits are initialized with 0. The auxiliary qubit or helper qubit is initialized with 1. So this SX is basically doing the NOT gate.
Not get.
So
Then
it will make it
Adamard
one.
is the standard part. Adamard is the standard part.
Yes.
So this is the initialization kind of thing has been done. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to implement this oracle. Okay. And what is our function f? This function was f was
Then
this.
was
x1.
x2 bar x1.
Perfect.
Yes.
So this was our function. So
Yes.
as you have been expert of this thing, how to get this kind of thing using the quantum gates such as C0 and control node. So what I require here is, first thing is that I require x2 bar. So what
Yes.
did I do? This was x1, this was x2. So I
Not.
simply put a not get here. So
Yes,
it is
sir.
in desired state. And
Yes.
if I have one gate, which what it does is control, not.
Control and then
3 time control, then not.
yes, sir.
Then what it will do is,
It will give us fx.
so if it is y, and it will become XOR with fx.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This thing has been done here. So it is basically y XOR fx. Okay. But okay, so it is done here. Suppose,
Yes, sir.
suppose if you see here. So what was our y? It was 1 was there. So it was Hadamard. So Hadamard of 1 is basically 0 minus 1 by root 2. Okay. So if you see,
Yes.
this last qubit y is in this state here.
Yes,
this-
sir.
At this point, this was the state. Now
Yes.
you have XORed it with fx. Okay. So this XOR will go inside. Okay. So what will our y become? Y will be 0 XOR fx minus 1 XOR with fx
X, fx.
and upon root 2. So root 2 by the time you forget simply.
It
So-
is simply 2.
Yeah. So something XOR with 0, what it will be? Something only.
Yes, sir.
Again, if I see here, something XOR with 1 will be.
That depends on the fx.
So it
If
will be f plus x.
If fx is 1, the result will be 0. If fx is 0, the result will be 1.
No. What I'm saying is, okay. So can I write it like this? Minus 1 power fx and times 1. Just a second. Let me rewrite it. So what I'm doing here is I took this inside. Okay. So what I'm doing is, what I'm trying to write it is like this. I forgot this line. So what I did is, I simply just XOR this with 0 and 1. So I took this fx inside, and this thing
Yes.
I am trying to write like this. So will it be same, equal or not? We need to check. Okay. So basically, if you see in the oracle, what we wanted to do is, we want to put this as a coefficient, minus 1 power fx. So whenever fx is 0, it will not change anything. Whenever fx is 1, it will change the sign. So what I'm trying to write is, I am trying to write this thing as this, and we have to check whether this is the same or not. So let's suppose this fx is 0, case 1. Okay, then what will happen? It will be 0, it will be 1. This thing. If fx is 0, then 0 will remain same and 1 will remain same. Let's take case 2. When fx is 1, or we call this x as x star. Okay, so whenever this fx star is 1, then what will happen? So it will be 0 XOR with 1 minus 1 XOR with 1. What it will become? 0 XOR 1? 1?
0
1
XOR 1. 1.
So is it the right thing? 0 XOR 1 is 1. 1 XOR with 1 is 0.
Yes.
Okay. And I am taking minus sign out of it. So again it will become 0 minus 1. Can I write it like this?
Reversible.
I just fx star is 1. So instead of this fx, I put the value 1. Okay. So it becomes 0 XOR 1, 1 XOR 1. So it becomes 1, it becomes 0. And I'm taking minus out of 1 out of it. So it became again 0 minus 1. So originally this thing was what? It was 0 minus 1 by root 2. Okay. So what I'm saying here is, if fx is 0, okay, fx is 0, then it is remaining same.
Yes.
But when this fx is 1, it is giving a minus sign extra from here.
Yes.
So it will become minus y. Or you can, if you call it y, then it will become minus y. So this minus, if you can take through this side also. Okay. So here it will again same, but this minus will go here. So it will become minus x. Are you getting me?
Okay.
What I did is, I did this implementation. I showed that whenever this fx star is 1, it will have a minus sign. And this thing can, so if I write this equation, then it is also correct. Minus 1 power fx, 0 minus 1 by root 2. So when fx is 0, it is remaining same. When fx is 1, then it will become minus 1 power 1 is minus 1. So minus will come out. Okay. And this minus, I am sending it here. So that my x will become minus x in case of fx star is equal to. So here what I'm telling is, by doing this y XOR fx, we are able to implement that oracle kind of thing. Maybe it is not easy to digest in a short duration, but check it that this fx is implemented here. So now what we are having is that oracle kind of thing is done, but in between we change this x2. So we have to again restore it. Okay.
Yes.
And this circuit, this part is basically inversion about mean operator. Okay. So it is difficult to prove this that it will do this thing, but geometrically or with example we will see it does the same thing. So time being understand this thing, that it does that inversion about mean operator using this gate combination. It will do the thing which we are asking for or which we want to do. So it is fixed. Only the thing that is our problem dependent is this oracle implementation. Okay.
Yes.
And this oracle implementation, lately we are finding that it is similar to that DOS DOSA. If we are able to construct, then we can construct for it also. Okay. So now, once we have done this oracle and this inversion about mean operator, the same thing we have done 2 times. Okay. So just a second. Load again it. Okay. So if we run this circuit, then what should happen? We will see. Okay. So firstly, what should happen? We should get this 3 qubits with the state. The desired answer should be, because we have done for function x1,
x1, x2 bar x3.
So this
So 1, 0, 1
should be 101. Okay. So let's first see the answer. So here these are the options. You can see the distribution, amplitude, and in text format. So generally we prefer amplitude. So if you see here,
101, the amplitude is high.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, and this last qubit is that one kind of thing.
Why?
So the auxiliary qubit.
Yes.
So it is having the highest amplitude. And
Yes, sir.
we can also, like, we are doing it on simulator. So it should give the ideal result which we should get after 2 iteration. So if you see probability distribution, if you click on distribution, so it is the probability is also highest of that 101. So this first 3 are our data qubits, 101, and this fourth one is our extra auxiliary qubit. So
Yes, sir.
let's see by this text, then it will be clear. Okay. So see here, 101 is having 0.97 amplitude and other are having 0.08. Okay. If you go through that presentation, then you will find that similar thing we were having there. Yeah, Archana. Yeah. So you were
Yes,
there in
sir.
the previous session. So what should be our
Yes.
amplitude? Our amplitude should be 0.97. Desired
It
answer
was 0.97. Yeah.
for the desired and minus 0.08 for non-desired. Other.
Yes.
So
Sir.
see here, it is 0.97 only, and
Yes,
for
sir.
others
And
0.08.
minus 0.88.
So perfectly fine. So here we can
Yes.
see that exactly the same thing which we did with a numerical example, we are getting there. And if we mod square
Yes.
that, then probability is 94% time we will get the correct answer on 2
Yes.
iterations.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So the same thing also can be done on the composer also, but composer is having some limitation. What is that? We should be available online and we should be able to do that in internet or IBM platform only. Here it is local to us. Okay. So it has its own advantage, but few limitations are also there. Like you don't have more qubits here. Just a second. So there is some qubit limitation is also there, like 10 qubits or so. So you cannot have for like 30 qubits, 32 qubits that IBM provide. Na 32 qubits you can simulate there. So
here we have this.
yeah. So if you see the here also this provision through state by state, you can see the progression, and there are 3 options which we have demonstrated: distribution, amplitude, and text. And let's suppose this we done for which kind of thing? X1, X2 bar, X3. Let's suppose if the function changes, then what should be our changes in the implementation? Can anyone tell? Let's suppose if I want to do for 0, 1, 1, or basically X1 bar, X2, X3. Can anyone tell?
X1
bar,
2 bar,
X2.
X3 bar.
So simply what we have to do is, so one more problem is that this one, that it can crash anytime. And that this quantum kit, so it suddenly crashed. Yeah. See, Grovers. So just simply the same thing only. We have to apply this NOT gate on first qubit. If function is x1 bar,
Position will change.
sorry.
Not get positions accordingly. We'll have to change.
Yes. And if function is like x1 and x2 and x3, then what will be changes in this circuit?
No, not get.
Perfect. So you have become expert of implementing this thing. So
No, sir,
okay. Yeah. So quickly we will go through that Qiskit kind of thing, what it offers and how it is useful. So till now what we have seen is that
Sir?
Yeah, please.
Is any screenshots of the circuit Grovers you have, which is composed in the IBM Composer? Circuit
Yes,
Composer.
yes. Yeah. What I will do is you can just take a screenshot of this thing. Just a second.
Yes, sir.
Whatever circuit I have run.
Please kindly share, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will. Yeah, you can also take this screenshot. Like just a second. You take it right now only. So no need to ask me. Yeah. Just a second. I think you will be able to run it. You will be able to design it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Sir,
this
if
is
you
the
could
example.
add the circuit screenshots in your notes, we would
Yes,
really
yes,
appreciate it.
I can, yeah. So
Thank
this
you,
is
sir.
the thing, you can take the screenshot, it's easy. The same thing, these gates are available there on IBM Composer also. So you can implement the same thing there. Just simply, everyone take the screenshot, interested?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So, okay. So till now, what we have learned is quantum gates, few important quantum algorithms such as Gauss-Jozsa and Grover's and their applications. And then IBM Composer, how to use it, how to program it. Then other tool, this QKit. Now we will move to the other tool that is called Qiskit, and I will. So screen is visible to everyone. Screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So yeah, okay. Before going to that, I think I should show it there so that you can see. So if you see here, codes, and we have seen this QSM code. Okay. There is another thing, open in Quantum Lab. Okay. So if you open it in Quantum Lab, so it's also a kind of Jupyter notebook. Okay. Let's connect it. Okay, it is taking time. So maybe we can move to the our thing. So basically, what is the thing that it's another way to program, and there is Python syntax you can follow. So it is basically Python based environment. So see this kind of thing. So here you can do if you are good at Python programming, then you can program all the things, and you can do much more than the composer here in this environment. So that is called Qiskit. So we will see how it is. So it is still online here. So okay, let me just go through the presentation first. So here what we will be doing is we will be learning about Qiskit, and then how to set up and install this locally. Earlier these things we were doing online on Composer and this Quantum Lab, but we can set up it locally also. So what is this Qiskit? It's an open source SDK for working with quantum computers at the level of circuit, quantum gates, pulses, and application modules. So if you go to the lowest level like pulses or quantum gates or circuits, you can work on that level also, and you can work on high level application environment also. Okay, like Python language kind of thing, or some functions, high level functions or algorithms are available to you. You can use them also. So in Composer, we are having these two options, like gates are there and some quantum assembly is there. So there is no high level language kind of thing. There is no reusability or some other things were missing there. Those are modular and available here. So this Qiskit will accelerate our development for quantum applications because it provides various tools needed for interacting with quantum systems and simulators. So earlier we are having these gates and all these things in Composer, but here where various tools are available for you to interact with quantum systems and simulators. Okay, what are those tools and this available that we will see. So in the if you do quantum programming with Qiskit, then you are having this kind of functionalities while writing codes. So while writing codes, you can develop larger applications. You are provided lots of algorithm already implemented. You can reuse them. Okay, you can characterize the quantum hardware, like what is the what are the errors or what are the efficiency or other parameters of quantum gates and qubits. Other things you can parameterize. You can construct quantum circuits also, and you can have your own add-on extension functionalities. Like some of you have developed some machine learning implementation of some machine learning algorithm, then you can add that in an extension kind of thing, because this Qiskit is completely modular, so you can add your module also there. And while running, you are having both the options, simulators and hardwares. Okay. So writing code was also there in quantum assembly earlier in that with Composer, but these kind of applications or algorithms or characterization, other things were missing there. So this Qiskit is basically the open source platform which provide this thing to us. So if you see, this is a high level idea of Qiskit and its component provided by IBM, but now it is open source. So this Qiskit is basically working on this software layer, or below we are having hardware or simulators. Above this software layer is Qiskit, where these three elements are there: Ignis, Aqua, and Air. We will see in detail what are these elements. Tera is basically an interface between these three elements and the underlying hardware. Okay. As we are running out of time, we will quickly try to finish this thing. So these names Ignis and Aqua are like Ignis is for fire. So basically noise and errors are measured or characterized in this using this component. Much of our concern is this Aqua, that is water element. And if you see here, what are the functionalities available in this Aqua? So Aqua acronym is basically algorithm for quantum computing applications. So here what people can do is people from different domains, like somebody or some of you is from chemistry domain, or some of you is from optimization finance. So you can be from different domains. How you can use quantum computing or algorithm for your domain. So there are these domain applications already available. Somebody has done this, somebody has developed some chemistry application or algorithm implementation that is available to you. You can also use. So for other domains like finance, machine learning, also algorithm and their implementation has been already done. You can just use them as a function kind of thing. You can just call them and use them. Okay. So I think some of you has downloaded this Anaconda. So to install this Qiskit locally, we have to first install this Anaconda. And once you install this Anaconda, because somebody was asking okay, that I don't want to install, I cannot install Anaconda. So this Anaconda provides this Jupyter and other functionalities also, which are required. So once it is installed, just go and search this Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So we will find this and click on it. Then you have to create this environment for Qiskit. So there is that Conda thing is there. So using this Conda, what we are doing is we are creating an environment, namely QK environment, and I am asking it to use Python 3 for programming. So I am creating environment with name QK environment. Okay. So once it is created, you will have this thing. Once you have created, then you have to activate that environment. So whatever environment name you put, that is QK_ environment you put. So you need to activate that, and using deactivate, you can deactivate also it. So this once we created that environment, then we are activating it here. So once you activate this Conda activate quantum environment, so here you are working in this base kind of thing. So once you activate it, you will be in your environment. So we just activated it. So now you are in your quantum environment. Okay. Now now you have to install Qiskit graphical visualization thing. So this is the command pip install Qiskit, and visualization thing you put. So all the other things will be also installed. So this is the command for Windows. Similar command is available for Ubuntu and Mac also. So once you run this command, this all the related component or tools like this, if you see Jupyter Core or this other Aqua, Ignis, all components are installed. Some libraries are there like finance, machine learning, all will be installed. Okay, you just need to call them. So all the components are installed when we do this Qiskit installation. Once it is installed, you just need to run this command Jupyter Notebook. Okay, when you run this Jupyter Notebook, some kind of local server is established and a notebook is opened in the browser like this. Okay, now so if everything goes right, then you will get this kind of screen. Sometimes this failed to start kernel error also comes. So I did 2 times installation. So one time I got this error and on a machine. So this, if you face this error, then I resolved using this thing. I installed this Conda install py win32. So if you, because my machine is 64-bit, so I installed this, and once I installed this and again run this Jupyter notebook, then that error is vanished. So if someone of you get this error, kernel error, then you can just do this Conda install py win32. That will resolve the error. And then you open the Jupyter notebook. So you are here. Okay. So just a second. So I have done this all the things on my machine already. So what I need to do is just need to go to command prompt. And go to the path. Okay. So path is cd.conda. Yes. So in this machine, I put the environment name Qiskit development environment. Okay. Now what is the next thing which I have to do? So this installation I have already done. Now I need to activate that environment. Okay. Conda activate. Wait, or what is the environment name? Qiskit development environment. So if you have done properly, then you will be here. You will be in your environment. Okay. Now what is the next thing? You need to do Jupyter notebook. So, and here we are not having any error. So it means we have done the thing perfectly. Okay. So now you are here. So before moving to that, if you see the, yeah, just a second. Here. So you can open new. So, okay. So these two environment I have set. So you can use one of them. So I'll use this environment, and this kind of interface you will have. Okay. So now you are ready with the environment. It is called Jupyter Notebook, and it is running locally on your machine. Okay. And now what is the idea here is that whatever you write in these boxes, code, a small code you can write and you can run it. So you can have several such small code segments, and you can run them in this Jupyter Notebook. So before running, what we should do is we should first check that whether we have installed correctly or not. So where is my slide? Yeah, here. So first thing is that you have to add your Microsoft IBM account. So for that, you have to write this two commands. Okay, I'm writing here. Paste. And what is your API token? So when you create your account at this website on IBM, so you will be having this thing here. You go to your account and copy the token. Are you getting this thing? You go to your account and copy this token. So basically this token will tell IBM that I am the user Harish.Sahu, and it will allow me. Okay. So in place of this my API token, you need to put your token value. So I put it mine, and you just simply run. So while running, a star will be there. See here, and now it is become 1. So it is run successfully. So basically my account is linked. Okay, successfully. Now I want to check what I want to check. So I have connected with my IBM account. Now I want to check that what is the Qiskit version installed on my machine. So you just import this thing. So you see here, yeah. And so shift enter is the command. Shift plus enter, if you do, then it will run. So it is saying some error. So what is the error here? Import Qiskit. So just cut it. Again, rerun it. Control Enter. So imported Qiskit. Now I am putting the other thing. Qiskit version. So Shift and Enter. So it is telling me that I am using Qiskit version 0.16.4. Okay. So you can also see what is the latest version. Latest version of Qiskit. So maybe you can verify what is the latest version of this. So it is here 0.23.6. So mine is a bit older. It is 0.16.4. Okay. So you can like this Qiskit you can update. This Qiskit you can update and you will have latest version. Okay. So here you have checked your version, on which version you are working. Now I want to see version of the Qiskit elements, namely Aqua and other things. So for that also we have commands. So just this command will tell us about the elements which are being used in my Qiskit installation. Oh, it is the same. So just a second. Okay. Qiskit.version. Qiskit.version. Okay. So there is good documentation is provided. All the commands are available. So if I want to, yeah, so you can go here. You can see getting started with Qiskit. Okay. So we are done with that thing. This Qiskit.version. So this command will tell. So are everyone with me? You can also do it at your own. So this Qiskit version, if you do this, so basically command is Shift Enter. So it will tell version of all the its element like Terra, Air, Ignis, IBM provider. So these all number are available. Now what is the thing which you want to do is you have to do a test run of a program. Okay. So if you go here on the website also, there are this kind of codes are available. So you can just simply copy it and customize it. Okay. Copy it. And you can put it here. Okay. And command to run it is Control Enter. So what we have seen here is if you go through this code, then what we are doing is we are just importing some of the libraries which we will be requiring. Okay, so this is the import kind of thing, and this get command is get backend is giving us the backends which are basically simulator and actual quantum devices. So we are using quantum simulator here. So you can also use IBM, Melbourne or other quantum computer also in this thing. So simulator instance we have created using this Air. Now what we are saying here is that we are going to create a quantum circuit of 2 qubits and 2 classical bits. Then in the circuit we are applying Hadamard on qubit 0 and control X on 0 and 1 qubit, and then we are measuring it. And then what this command is doing, it is executing the circuit. How much time? Shorts is basically 1000. So you can change the shorts according to your requirement. Now you are getting the results. Okay, so you will get the result also, and then you are counting the results, that how many times 0 0 are occurring, how many times 1 are occurring. And then also there is command this circuit.draw. So whatever functionalities you can do it. So on running this circuit, if you see that this kind of circuit is created, 2 qubits were there and 2 classical bits were used. First qubit we apply Hadamard, then control node we applied, and this measurement we have done. So the same thing also you can do it here for Diels-Jose algorithm also, Grover's also, or whatever code you want to do, you can do it here. Okay, so just some of the part is like this visualization and this thing you need to import, and you need to get background, whatever background you require, backend you require. You may be requiring actual device. So there is other commands also available. So you can get all available backends and you can choose one of them in your this programming, and you can run the circuit. So the same thing can be used for our other algorithm which we have done on Quantum Composer, where we were able to do this graphically. Here in Python kind of environment, you can do the same thing. So what is the benefit here? It is like Python kind of thing, and already if there is like if you see here, we go. Okay, so I think I will not have time to run all those things, but we can see here. So let's suppose if we go to this Aqua. So this Qiskit Aqua is having different domains and algorithms available with it. So if you see here in chemistry module, it is having this kind of algorithms. In machine learning is also having some module. In optimization, it is having this kind of modules and other algorithms also. So, okay. Just a second, let me do with that algorithm part. So in the algorithm part also, different algorithms are available. Okay. So let's suppose if we do with the simple things, Grover's algorithm, if we go. So here, what they have done is, as we have already seen that Grover Grover can perform the searching kind of thing. So here what we are seeing is, you need to just supply the function in some particular format, and you can perform this Grover. So Grover, what they have done is, whatever Grover we have implemented, here they are having this general implementation of a Grover, and what it will do is, it will take this function, whatever the function is there, as an input in this CNF format. Okay, so just okay. So what I'm telling here is, in this Qiskit platform, different domains algorithms are available for your uses. You can use and you can build your own application. Here, for example, Grover is already been implemented inside their platform, and you can use it. So how you can use it? You need to just import it. Okay. So you imported Grover here, and how to use it, that they have also explained here. So see here. First, that function we need to set up. So let's suppose your function is this. What is this function? Function consisting of 3 variables, and this function is very complex. So okay, just a second. I think. Okay. So come here. Let's suppose my function f1 is this, of 3 variables. So function can be any kind of thing with Boolean variables. 3 variables are there, and these are in CNF format. Okay. So if your function is conjunctive normal form, then you can encode it in this format, Dymax CNF format, which is a universally accepted format for CNF formulas. So what is the idea of syntax of this format? It is like P format variables and clauses. So if you see here, P is the thing, and CNF is written. Number of variables are 3, number of clauses are 5. Okay, so if you see the function, for this function we are talking. So 3 is the number of clauses you need to put. Number of 3 is the variable, and second thing is number of clauses. Clauses means how many this kind of things. This is 1 clause, this is 2nd clause, this is 3rd, 4th, and 5. So this you mentioned, and these variables are numbered with starting with 1. So v1 is represented by 1, v2 is by 2, and v3 is by 3. So variable are represented by 1, 2, 3 integers, and their negation is represented by minus sign. So if we talk about this first clause, it will be -1, -2, and -3. -1, -2, -3, and 0 is a delimiter. So once 0 is come, so it becomes our first clause, then second clause, then third, fourth, and fifth. So what is this fifth clause? -1, 2, and 3. -1, 2, and 3. Okay. So this way we have encoded our this CNF formula in this Dimex format, and this Dimex format it will take. So what we are doing is we are creating an instance of this 3-set instance. We are creating a Grover, and Oracle will depend on this function f. Okay. So firstly this simulator is taken, then okay, so let's go through this entire thing. Just a second. Okay, no need to run it. You also can go yourself. So what I'm telling here is simply just you convert that formula into this format Dimex CNF. Then this Grover will take this formula as an input and design the Oracle accordingly, and then we'll give you the answer. So here also you need to worry about designing the Oracle, which we were doing ourselves in the just while we were doing it ourselves. That also can be like someone has done this thing, Grover kind of thing, generalized implementation he has done, and he has implemented the logic that how to design this Oracle depending upon formula. But the condition is that formula should be in this Dimex CNF format. Then only it will be able to do that. So we did this thing, and we call this instant of Grover, and this parameters you can fix and you can get the result. So what is the result we are getting? Can anyone tell? If you see the function, this function, what we want it to be 1. So it will become 1 when all of these clauses will 1, because they are ended. If one of clause is 0, then this entire thing will become 0. Okay, so by seeing the formula, we cannot tell easily that what should be the assignment. So once this program is done, so 4 or 5 line program we have written. What we have done is we took this background, we took the specify the number of shots and quantum instance which we have created. Okay, and then just print the result. So what the result we are getting is 1, 2, and -3. So this 1, 2, 3 are basically the variables, and negation negation implies that V3 is XOR. V3 means V3 will be 0. So V1 0, V2 0, and V3 is, oh sorry, no. V1 is 1, V2 is 1, and V3 will be 0. Negation means 0. So if we put that values, this value, and we can verify also. Let's suppose if we put V1 is equal to 1. So it will become 0. V2 is equal to 1. Again it is 0. So V3 put 0. So it will become 0 not will become 1. So it will become true. If you see the second clause, V1 is here. So V1 we told it is 1. So once V1 is 1, then this entire thing will true. This is OR operator basically. So V1 or not of V2 or V3. So V1 will make it's true. Here V1 will make it true. Here V1 will make it true. Here this V1 is 1, so it will become 0. But here V2 will make it true. So in general, this assignment 1. So what it will be called 110. So V1, V2, V3 will be 110. Okay. So this 110 is making it true. We can have more assignment also. So if we apply this Grover more time, then we will get other solution also. Let's suppose there are 2 solutions, then we will have with maximum probability 2 answers. If we are getting this kind of scenario, then these 2 will be the possible answers. So what we have told here is that we have already built in algorithms for different domains also, like finance also, machine learning also. So we can use them for our development works. I think I should stop now because it's already overshoot 4 o'clock. So any question is there, then you can ask me so that I can answer that.
Sir, actually, I have few queries. This is a niche field as per my understanding, and very few information is available in the Google. Can you let us know any website or where we can get these details?
Yeah. So firstly, I will recommend one book called Quantum Computation and Quantum Information by Nelson Chong. You can search it.
Can you name it again? Can you write it, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, searching it. Just a second. So this book. So this is the first book which I was telling. If you want to start it, so you can have this book, Quantum Computation and Quantum Information by Nelson Chong. And I think it's kind of Bible for quantum information subject. This book is very good. Once you are done with that,
we cannot see your screen, sir.
Oh, it should be visible, yeah. Now, are you able to see?
DMAC, no, so only DMAC.
Neeraj sir, it is visible.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
So, are you able to see that this green cover book is showing on the left side?
Oh, I can only
Yes, sir,
see
we can
DMAC. Okay, maybe the problem at my end, sir. Yeah.
Okay, just a second. Yeah. So this is the book which you can start with. And otherwise, this QKit tool I was telling, so you can just simply download that, and it's portable, and some circuits are also available there. So and there is another one book is there, Quantum Computing via Linear Algebra. You just write this title and you can search
Linear
it.
algebra.
Quantum Computing via Linear Algebra. So it's a very good book, and you will be having this how these gates are operated and how this simulator works. Those kind of things will be clear by that book.
Okay, sir. One more query, sir. Since I think India is not that much developed in this quantum, still there's a lot of development is going on compared to other countries. Still, we can say we are going to the baby steps. So my question is, in January 2020, Nirmala Sitharaman had given a budget of 8,000 crore in to develop the quantum computing.
Yes.
What is the status? Hello.
Yeah. So as for your information, first I want to update you that lots of quantum activities are being done in India from last several years, and the premier institutes are like TIFR Mumbai, RRI Bangalore, IIT Madras. So we are working in all verticals of quantum. Maybe it's designing of quantum computer, quantum cryptography, quantum random number generator. Maybe if you heard this 3 days ago, this RRI, a lady named RRI Institute is there in Bangalore. They have demonstrated this satellite-based QKD. And there is IIT Madras and some company named, what is that company name? Some companies there which has developed this quantum products like QRNG or QKD systems. And this TIFR Mumbai has demonstrated 2 and 3 qubits quantum computer, and now they are scaling for larger qubits. So as the case, you are telling that it is not like that India is not working. India is working, and pretty much we are not that much backward as compared to this classical computer development kind of thing.
I mean, so we are at a very nascent stage. What I mean.
Yeah. But quickly, so the project you were asking for is that that was the idea came in last year only. Last year it was announced in the budget, and this year they have released fund for that. So in that also there are different verticals for quantum systems, mainly this quantum cryptography, quantum sensing, and quantum hardware. So in all the verticals, the government has given this fund to various research institutes and academia to have to do research in these domains and have small products or component which can be used for overall this quantum area. Like some are doing for development of semiconductor based qubits, some are doing for quantum random number generator. So recently this our DRDO has also, like in November, December, if you have read, DRDO has developed this quantum key distribution system and demonstrated that in Hyderabad, and QRNG also demonstrated in Mumbai. So things are moving very fast than you are expecting.
Sir, actually, sir, my background is from finance background and I'm looking for quantum finance. Is there any institute which offers such kind of research activity or something?
I did not come through like finance. I am not like I am technical guy, so I don't know anyone who is finance guy and working on this. But if you see this platform Qiskit, there is some finance domain also there in the algorithm part. Have you seen there? Just I want to show you where it is.
Yeah, one slide you have shown that there is one vertical for finance as well.
Yeah, yeah. So if you go in the algorithm parts, so it was there. I think yeah. I need to just explore Aqua part. If you go through that Aqua.
Sir, I'll do one thing. Actually,
Yeah,
I cannot
you can
able to see. I disconnect and again I will reconnect. Okay, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Anyone else have any doubt or questions? Anyone, any small or big doubt? Ready to take. Any general or vague question also can be answered.
So can we contact you if we face any problems when we try to solve things?
Yeah. The email ID is there and you can contact me anytime. Maybe if I don't reply in time, but wait for time. Once I get
Thank you,
time, I
sir.
will definitely reply.
Definitely.
So we
Thank
get
you.
your slides for reference, sir. The slides whichever you have shared for today's session.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yeah. Please repeat. I was like, yeah.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ensure whether we will be able to refer your slides, whatever you have shared for today's session.
Slide I am not comfortable in sharing because otherwise if you say the slide I will be shared, then people don't take focus. So slide will not be available, but my guidance will be there. Whatever issue you face, I will be able to.
Okay, sir.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Participants, any doubt? Any query? Sir is ready to take if you have any queries.
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Yeah, please.
So in quantum, right, there is one postulate that wave function collapse.
Yes.
So after the measurement, once the wave function collapses in a particular state.
Yes.
Because if it is superpositional, after collapse, you go to a particular state. That is the postulate.
Yes.
But in a quantum, I can understand quantum computer can do it because measurement gives collapse state after the measurement in quantum computer. What about the quantum simulator? Because everything is a gate, it is operator. Once the output is always a collapse state. So how it can be matching with the entangled state of this quantum simulator compared to quantum computers?
Okay, so quantum computer, your idea is clear. So what I'm telling about this quantum simulator is basically what we are trying to do is we are in the quantum simulator. If you see, what we are trying to do is we are representing those quantum state using a basically column vector. The states are represented by column vector and these gates are represented by matrices. Okay. And simply what we are doing is matrices, this gate matrices we are applying on this column vector states and we are getting new states. So if you see, I told in the morning, yeah. Gates are basically matrices of 2 power n cross 2 power n. N is the number of qubits. State is a column vector of 2 power n cross 1. So if we are talking about n is equal to 1, okay, if 1 qubit is there, then that state will be represented by a 2 cross 1 column, which will be having this alpha and beta of that state. And the gate will be of 2 cross 2. Okay, so some value will be there like 100 e power i5 something. So it will be a gate. So what we are doing is we are just applying these matrices on this matrix. So just this matrix multiplication is ultimately happening, and it is like physically experimented also and verified also that the similar thing happens in the actual quantum systems. So this basically this gate operation is state and this gate, so it will get new state S dash. Again, that will be a column vector of 2 cross 1. So what is the idea here is that in simulator what we are trying to do is we are just saying that how this states will modify on application of this gate. But if you go for actual device, like we are saying that with this probability it will happen, but it may be possible that this probability is not deterministic to us. It can at the runtime, if you run this thing and it can take one path, it can take the other path also. So what we do is we do the experimentation several times. So average of that thing will come out. So the same thing also we do it here. So the quantum simulator is just mathematical representation of those state and the gates. So gate is nothing, just a operator which is changing a quantum state from one state to other state. I think I am able to answer your question. So
Yes.
simulator, you do not need any quantum computer or any quantum this thing. You just need a matrix library which can perform this kind of thing: matrix multiplication, matrix rotation, and other things. If you have those kind of thing, then you can implement this thing. Like if I ask you for this phase gate, what is this phase gate? Just this thing, e power i5. It's a phase gate. If I need a Hadamard gate, then what is it? This matrix is our Hadamard gate. And this thing are verified experimentally also, that if we have a Hadamard kind of operator, then it will change the plus z state to plus x axis. So it will change accordingly. And we are equating that thing in matrix format. Okay. Any other question?
Sir, is there any correlation between the HMM model and the transition states, what happens in this quantum computing?
Like a quantum computer inside, we cannot look in between, because as I told, this measurement kills the state.
Correct. But only the classical output we will be able to see.
Yeah. So you cannot look into IBM
the hidden states
in between. So for that, what we are having is this simulator kind of thing we are having. So using this simulator, we can see that what should be the state in between, what should be the state after this. So those kind of thing, like the inspect example I have given there in the IBM Composer.
Yes.
So at inspect or simulator kind of thing, you can see, because it is not actual quantum thing. It is our classical thing only. So where you can see.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Is any other question? Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah.
On basic and important topics of quantum computing, that is quantum algorithm, quantum programming. Thank you so much, sir, for delivering such a beautiful explanation. Nice lecture, and you have explained beautifully the quantum algorithms, detailed explanation of quantum gates. So on behalf of Department of Information Technology, Thadomal Shahani Engineering College, we are very much thankful that you have accepted our invitation and delivered all these sessions in a very lucid way. So participants, again, we will meet with sir in tomorrow in the third session on the topic quantum security and cryptography. I'm sure all the participants will enjoy that session also, like today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for again giving time tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sir, I will end the meet.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am.